My exchange took place at Korea University in Seoul, South Korea, and it was called the Korea University International Summer Campus. I was there for about 6 weeks, and I had a really incredible experience. Some of my personal highlights were being able to visit some traditional buildings such as the Hwaesong Fortress in the city called Suwon and Gyeongbokgung Palace in Seoul, where I got to wear Korean traditional clothing called hanbok, and also just spending evenings by the Han River with my friends. It was really awesome. One thing that surprised me, or that was really great when I was there, was just how amazing it was to meet people from all around the world and get to know them and share similar interests and connect with them. So I had a really incredible time meeting new people. And when I was there, I was able to learn a lot about different cultures through learning about the history and trying different foods and just experiencing the mannerisms and how I was served at restaurants. I was able to see how a lot of components come together to create a different culture.
I went to Berlin, Germany. I did the TU Berlin Summer Research Program. I was there for 4 months in the summer of 2022. So I think one of the coolest things about going to Europe in general and doing a research exchange in Europe compared to other continents is the ease of access to all the other countries and traveling within Europe. It's an extremely cheap flight going anywhere like Portugal, Italy, Netherlands, Ireland are the ones that I went to. I thought that was probably the coolest cultural difference, is how easy it was to travel amongst the EU and see so many different places. On the actual research side of things, my highlight would have been working in the electromechanical department. I'm doing mechanical engineering here at U of C, but I spent almost all of the summer working with the electrical department, so I got an opportunity to learn a lot about something that I hadn't done before and then actually apply that to my research. And it was a really cool opportunity to expand my horizons academically.
So I went on exchange in Lund, Sweden, and the program name is Lund University Exchange Program, and I was there for 6 months just for a semester. I think it was certainly refreshing to be able to go to a new city again after being grounded in Calgary for 2 years, and also just having that in-person interaction with new people. But I would say the best highlight is that able to make new friends and also share this exchange experience with them. What surprised me the most is that how open people are to traveling and also just going on trips with people that they just met. As the course that I took in Sweden, it was with a group of 30 students, but most of them are not local, they're not Swedish. So in that way I could also learn a lot of different European cultures through the language, the food, and just talking to them. And after my semester ended, I actually went on backpacking for 2 months around Europe just to meet up with everyone that I met in my class and my classmates.
I was on the Tropical Biodiversity and Conservation Program in Belize. This was a group study program that took place in spring of 2022. What we were there to learn was methods of conservation, how conservation impacts local communities, methods of measuring the biodiversity of a region, as well as just learning about the biodiversity of Belize itself. One of the major highlights that I had with my program in particular was being able to go out late at night and study bats. This was because our professor was researching bats, and it was a fantastic opportunity to look at animals that typically I wouldn't have been able to have had the opportunity to work with before.
So we were in Fribourg, Switzerland. The program was the technical electives for electrical engineering students in Switzerland, and we were there for 1 month. We had a group of 7 students, and we all got along very well. The culture in Switzerland is sort of similar to Canada. Wherever you go, you can find someone that can speak English, so you can buy your groceries or go to a store and buy whatever you need. There's lots of historic sites, so that's interesting to visit. While you're there, you can go to Zurich or the Gruyere Castle, where they make the famous cheese. And we did lots of interesting field trips in correlation with the courses, so we could see how what we were learning was being applied into industry as well.